Welcome back to Unspoken Obligations with me, Caitlin Parker. Today we are talking about leader of the pack. What does that mean? So in all of pack-minded animals, there's a leader. Humans are kind of like a pack animal. We can't really survive without each other, and we are very social. So whether we need to have a hierarchy or not, it's very hard for individuals to live a solo existence. So, are we pack animals? Yeah, for this conversation, let's say we are. What makes the leader of the pack? In a previous episode, we talked about the keystone person of a family or a group, which actually means the person that holds it all together. So if you think of when you built a bridge or when they build arches, the stones go piled up, 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 and then there's that one on the top that goes right in the middle. And that's the one that literally holds it all together. If that wasn't there, the whole thing would crumble. That is the keystone. Leaders of the pack are also the keystone in many situations. Looking up what leaders of the pack are, they're visionaries. They are kind. They are somebody to follow. They are somebody who can look out for the well-being of the group. Nowhere in that definition for any of the packed leaders does it say that they are willing. I am not sure in the animal world or the human world that we all have decided that we want to be a pack leader or a keystone player in our families or in our groups. Now, sometimes we do choose to be a keystone player or keystone element because we want to be in the center. Sometimes we got psychological crap that wants us to be in the center of everything. We need to be filled up because we're missing something inside and we need to get it from the others around us. It's also called people pleasing sometimes, which I know I am an ex-people pleaser. I am in constant recovery. I am constantly trying to stay away from that, but it's very hard. It all ties together with these unspoken obligations. So, leaders of the pack. Wolves, dogs, it's an easy example. They're the ones that lead the charge. They're the ones who decide when and where they're going to hunt. They're the ones who keep the rest safe. They make sure that there is a hierarchy and it's kept to. What about humans? Is it an unspoken obligation that one of us or all of us or none of us are the leader of the pack? What happens if you're not the leader of the pack? What happens if you're the runt of the family? Who decides who gets to be the outcast and who gets to be the leader? Questions. In the wild, a lot of times it has to do with strength. Is it emotional strength or physical strength? Sometimes it's physical strength, but not always. What about humans? Who in your family is the leader or is the keystone? Sometimes it's who you least expect it to be. So for me and my family, I always thought it was me for a long time. I've got the garden center, and if dad wasn't working at the garden center, well, what would he do? If my brother wasn't working at the garden center, what would he do? Is the garden center the keystone? Am I the keystone? If I didn't have children, would my mom be as connected to me and the family as she is now? Would I see my cousins as much as I do? Heck, would I even live in Connecticut? Am I the keystone? Or is the business the keystone? Is there an element that could be a keystone or a leader in your circle? Now, being the leader is not necessarily a bad thing if that's really, really, truly in your heart, that you want to lead the group. It is an honor and a privilege to be a leader, to have people trust you and to follow you, hoping that your intentions are well. Hearing about some of these cults and these crazy asinine groups, that is not well-intended following. But if we're talking about the well-intended, it's not necessarily a bad thing. If you have the strength to be able to sustain it. I know that I have been the leader of a pack for a long time. Being a business owner, being a very strong woman in my family means that we're the leaders. That doesn't mean the men don't have a say. They certainly do. But I'm the one with the big mouth. So I'm told. Is that a bad thing? No. But is it something that I want to do all the time? Do I even realize that I'm the leader? I think I'm the leader. Maybe I'm not. Maybe my brother's the leader. I don't know. Does the decisions and the actions that he makes modify or support or diminish the behavior of the others around us? Does that sound like unspoken obligations? The way we speak? The way we lead others? Could be. Have you stopped to think about these things? I think it's kind of fun. I'm still trying to figure out this leader of the pack thing. How come they're all so different? How come I am struggling to find the magic recipe that determines who's the leader and who's the not? I mean, if you look at society and history, we've had some shitty leaders. Holy crap. Talk about Hitler, he can go, but he was a leader and we allowed him to be the leader. What kind of asinine following is that? Then you have some other people like Mother Teresa. Even though I don't know her full story, the things I do know is beautiful. Gandhi. What makes them somebody to be followed and somebody not? Their actions are awful. If it is something that hurts humanity, it seems to be an easy answer. But what about our politicians? You get me on politics, I can talk all day about my beliefs. But that's not what this is about. This is about the leadership. Just taking leaders in general. What makes a good leader? And is the leader the one that chose to be the leader or the one that has been dubbed to be the leader by us? Is there a right or a wrong way for that? Ultimately, I believe that we are intended to be here working together. We are intended to have strength and to be kind and compassionate and loyal sometimes, but only if it's truly what our heart desires and where we want to go. We are all given our own true vision into the world that we are destined to live. Nobody's is the same. Nobody's is the same. Why are we given that? Because we're all meant to live our individual existence, but cohabitate together in a positive, loving way. I can't achieve my dreams without the support and the loving, amazing people I have around me. So how do we work together? How do we figure out who gets to be the leader of pack or who is chosen to be the leader of the pack? And if that's what they really want. Now, sometimes when you're not the leader, it can be hard. I believe in many cases I am the leader of the pack because I'm loud, I am compassionate, I'm caring, I'm loving, I care about the people around me, and I only want the good in people. Truly, genuinely. So therefore, people look up to me. And I am blessed that they do. It is such an honor and a privilege to be respected like that. Thank you. Sometimes the people beside me can feel that in a different way. My brother, for example, he feels like I'm in the spotlight all the time. Not that I want to be, but I am because of all the things we just talked about. And he feels lost. Is it my job as a leader? Is it my unspoken obligation to make him feel heard and seen and part of the pack? That's rough. That's rough. Is it my job to make sure that all of the family stays glued together? What the hell would happen if I moved away? I can't even face that decision because my unspoken obligation to my family is so strong. I would never want to take my kids away from my family, their grandparents. That's where I am today. But what about the others? Everybody might view themselves as the leader of the pack, but is that what they want? It's not always what it's cracked up to be. But sometimes it is. The leader of the pack has the ability to shape the narrative, of these damn unspoken obligations. They have the ability to stand up, just like I'm doing right now, and say, wake up. You have the ability to choose your own life. Whether you follow me or not, I don't care. But I want you to look inside. I want you to find out who you are because that is beautiful. You are amazing just the way you are. In your own shape, color, fancy, I don't give a damn. We're all made to be our each individual unique selves for a reason. We're not meant to be a bunch of sheep. Are you following the leader of the pack because you want to? Is the leader of the pack deserving and worthy of you to follow? And if not, what the hell are you doing about it? It's okay to stand up and say, I've had enough. I have a brother that I don't talk to because I know it's better for him and better for me if we don't interact with each other. I want the best for him. And me being in his life is not that. Have you decided who you want to follow? Or are you just following because it is unspoken that you must do so? The mother's the leader, the father's the leader. Oh, well, if my brother doesn't say go, then I guess we all don't go. What the hell? Where's your own voice? Maybe you want to be the leader. Great. Come from a loving, compassionate place, and those will follow. You will have a following. Even if it's not the people you were born into the group with. And that's okay. Sometimes we're dealt a shitty hand. I wasn't. I'm so honored and blessed to have the family that I have. And I bet many of you feel the same way. Yeah, some people make bad decisions, but they're only making the decisions that they know how to make. They don't know any better, and if they did, they would do something about it for most of the people in the world. But who is rattling the cage and saying, wake up? Wake up! It's not you. Be you. Red, yellow, orange, up, down, it doesn't matter. Stand tall in who you are and create your own pack. Having the leadership mentality and just following it are two different things. Who is the leader of the pack in your group? And do you like it? Do you come when they say come? Do you stop when they say stop? And is that really what you want? We've talked about in previous episodes about those little feelings that just pop up. Does that feel right when I say this? When this person tells me this, is it in alignment with what I truly feel? Have you opened the doors to actually look inside and be like, that feels awesome? Or holy shit, they just told me what to do again and I can't even handle this, but it's Christmas. You gotta fucking go to Christmas anyway. Is that really what you want? Stand up for yourself. Look inside. Be your own damn leader of the pack. There's no reason why not. You heard the things it takes to be the leader. Compassion, looking out for the good in those around you, being confident, being strong, fair. I'd like to add open-minded. So with me being the leader of the pack, I have had so much heaviness on me. I have worked so hard to peel back the layers of the things that I didn't even know were in there. I mean, freaking, when I started wearing lipstick, I was getting comments on Facebook, people commenting on personal cell phones of my employees, even my dad saying, "What the hell are you doing?" It's lipstick. Why does that matter? If I want to stand tall and I want to be the leader that I choose to be, that's part of my journey. Maybe it's building confidence. Maybe it's rebelling. I don't know what it is, but it's part of my journey. It's part of the steps that I have taken to do things that I've always wanted to do. You know how many times as a child I went to the store and I tried on lipstick and I was like, oh no, that's too much. That's too much. Why? Why do I keep going back to that? Some of the other things that I have tried is figuring out what the rhythm is in my life that gets me inspired and gets me excited. I have dived into looking at my history and seeing the times I was the happiest and the times I was the saddest. The times that I was the happiest, sometimes I was running my own solo game. I was my own leader, creating my own pack, doing my own thing with nobody that I had previous associations around me. Other times, it's trying to navigate the internals, especially owning my own business, the internal exploration of the people and the experiences that I have. Sometimes that's really hard. Bringing the conversation back to me and looking at my insides have been hard, but have also given me the ability to pivot. So every time I look at something and I say, that feels good or that doesn't, or this is what I want and that's not what I want, it allows me to shift just a little bit. And if you shift your course just ever so much by wearing lipstick or doing something that's a little different, instead of going left every day, maybe you went right to work just because you felt like it. That little bit of a trajectory and the change, it amounts to so many big things on the other end. I know my journey has been an awesome one, and I'm still on it. I am still trying to figure out where I line up in the pack and where I want to line up. But this journey is ongoing. It's not as easy just to say yes, no, up, down, left, right. It's a process. And I'm excited to see where this goes. Because every day I learn something new. Every experience I have, every thought brings me to something different. And as long as I'm being aware and I'm being present, then I know it's something that I have control of. If it's just back there, doing what I've always done, just because it's what I've always done, that's not me living my life. It's living a life that has been handed to me. Leader of the pack. Is it you? Or are you a sheep? Or are you somewhere in between and a little bit lost? This podcast is meant to wake you up. Are you still sleeping? Wake up! It's time. You wouldn't be listening to this if it wasn't time. You wouldn't be wanting to listen if you weren't destined to make the hard decisions. Now, I know about hard decisions. Hell, I can't even face some of them yet. I've gotten better, but it is a process to break the chain of unspoken obligations. Holy hell. But you start one at a time. No, I would not like to go out to dinner with you. No. Get rid of this freaking lying shit. Oh, I don't feel good. Oh, I've got to watch my kids. No, bullshit. I don't want to go out with you. Period. End of story. Is that hard? Maybe that person also shouldn't be your friend. They shouldn't be part of that 5 that's around you that molds and creates the person that you are. Maybe it's time you go out and find your next 5. Even if that means not your husband. Even if that means not your parents or your best friend that you've had since kindergarten. Get over it. Aren't you worth it? I know you are. You wouldn't be listening to this if you weren't. You deserve better. You deserve to be happy. You deserve more. Whether you want to be the leader of the pack or you want to follow it, it's your choice. And that's okay, whatever it is. Just wake up. Pay attention. I know you can do it. And as we dive into these other episodes, we're going to peel back so many more things. It's going to be awesome. But every time I say something to you and I pose an open-ended question, I want you to pause and think. There's a reason for that. There's a reason you're here right now. Maybe we need you as the next leader of the pack because you're going to have a more open mind and you're going to inspire us all. Please, let's stop doing the same thing over and over again just because it's what we're supposed to do. I got a finger for that one. I like to create my own narrative, and I'm going to continue doing it. I'm excited because there's so much more coming. So follow us, Unspoken Obligations with Caitlin Parker, and I can't wait to dive into more. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I will see you on the next one.